Hello and welcome to a very quick overview of Canfigure using one of our sample databases. So Canfigure is a modular system, which means you can pick and choose the functionality that you need. It also has a very extensible schema, which means you can define your own assets and attributes all through the menus. And it's something that we help customers do during implementation. It doesn't require any coding or specialist database knowledge to maintain on an ongoing basis. So let's start by looking at the options on the left-hand side here with dashboards. So in Canfigure, you can define as many dashboards as you want. Each dashboard can have any number of sections, and those sections can display data from any part of the system, whether it be tickets or asset information, and then you can present that as raw data or as a chart or as totals. And then we can flick between the different dashboards that we have access to up here. Okay, service desk menu. So this is where we access all the primary service desk functions. So there's support for incident and problem management, request fulfillment. It has a built-in workflow engine through the use of tasks. We can define our business and support services and the SLAs associated with those. System comes with a number of templates for incident and request fulfillment, and you can obviously create your own workflows as well. CMDB menu. So this is where we access the configuration and asset management functions of the system. This particular menu is geared towards IT assets, so we can see a number of different device types here relating to IT, such as servers and laptops and tablets, desktops. There's also people, the ability to define your customers, suppliers, vendors, and of course software. But you can quite easily define any kind of asset in Canfigure and the asset attributes to go along with that. We have full integration with Active Directory and a number of other systems for pulling data straight in. And we have a very powerful spreadsheet import function as well for populating the system. Let's take a look at an example. So I'm just going to go into servers and just pull back a list. I'm going to go into server 1. Okay, so here we've got the main edit function. We can see the different attributes that have been set up for a server. It's possible to group these under your own tabs to make it easier to edit, obviously, and the fields can be different data types, so they could be a link to another asset. They could be free format text. You can implement your own validation. You can record financial data, dates, and then along the top here, you can record arbitrary notes against an item. You can manage the relationship links to other items, manage documentation links, and we also record inbound and outbound emails relating to the item. And there's some quick link items on the left here. The top one is going to give me access to the relationship diagram, and this is going to show me a pictorial view of the relationship links between this server and other items in the system. So in this example, I'm seeing applications that are installed on the server, open change requests, the environment it belongs to. We have databases, other servers it links to, some documentation. We have where it's located, people that are related to the server, and software. So depending on the kind of asset that you're setting up, you could have any kind of relationship links to other assets defined. Okay, under the changes menu, so we have a separate module for change management. Here you can define multiple templates for different types of changes. So your normal change, your standard change, emergency, pre-approved. And then you can set up multiple layers of approval and review. and using the workflow engine, the system will generate the necessary tasks and notifications to those people. And then, of course, we've got all the reporting behind that and the ability to track all of that on the dashboard as well. The event calendar. So here you can have your personal calendar, and you can plot on here any item in the system that has a date associated with it, whether it be a type of ticket, a change, or maybe an asset that has an expiry date on the calendar here. You can access this calendar directly via this URL at the bottom and share that out. Reports. So as well as built-in canned reports, you can define your own queries in the system as views, and then you can turn that into a report, put it on the menu. You can automate reports and have them sent to you and have them output in different formats, Excel, PDF, and so on. The system setup menu, so this is primarily for administrators. So everything is menu driven. So if you want to make a customization to the system, make a change, it's generally you can find it under the Tools and New Tools menu. Some of the key functions on here that I'll point out are access roles. So from a security standpoint, users are put into different roles. That role determines what level of access they have to the system, what data they can access, what menus they can access. Okay. Down here we have the dashboard editor. So this is where we can define our different dashboards. The data import wizard, that's where we can do our spreadsheet imports. So a very powerful tool for getting data into the system quickly, and that can merge with existing data in the system. It supports relationship imports as well. Email templates. So this is where we can change the branding and the content of any emails that are generated by the system and sent out. The form editor, that's an important one. So this is where we can customize the forms and the attributes that are used to edit all of the items in the system. The job manager, this controls all of the background processes that come with Canfigure. And that could be anything from the email processor that processes the inbound emails, database backups, integration with other systems, sending reports. There's quite a large number of jobs in there that can be used. The lookup value maintenance. So this is where we can define and customize all of the lookup values in the system for all of the pick lists that are found on the forms in various places. Things like change category. And there's, as you can see, a large list of those. Menu definition. So all of the menus in the system are easily modifiable. We can come in here as an administrator, we can pick our menu, and we can individually add or remove items from the menu, and we can change the action that each menu item will perform. And those changes are instant. And system settings, probably another important one. So the behavior of the different modules in the system is all controlled via system settings, as is the mail connectivity, Active Directory connectivity is all controlled under system settings. Up the top here, we've got the ability to search system-wide for any item in the system. If we put in a number like that, then we can do a quick ticket search. So let's just have a quick look at a ticket. In this case, it's an incident. Okay, so here we have again the customizable form for an incident. We can have a number of subforms that are linked to the task workflow for an incident. Obviously, an incident can have notes, and those notes can be emailed in. Like any other item in the system, an incident can have relationship links. So if we click on this button here, just like we did for the server, there's not a lot here, but in this particular one, we've just got for links to the different people that are involved in the ticket and the support group. Obviously attachments, yes, so we can attach documents to any ticket in the system or change request. Also that could come in via email, and the emails themselves are tracked. So if we want to see any outbound or inbound emails that relate to this ticket, we can see that under that tab. And then up here we also have any announcements that we need to see. We can access those from there, and this icon here gives us quick access to the last 20 things that we edited, and that just shows me who I'm logged in as. Over the left hand side here, a quick access menu to a few different functions, and this drop down menu here gives us access to the different tenants that have been defined. So it's a multi-tenant system, so you could theoretically have different tenants, each with their own set of asset data, and then you can define your security around that. So that's a very quick overview of Canfigure. Please get in touch with us at sales@canfigure.net if you need any more information, and I hope that was useful. Thank you, and bye-bye.